Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We've got you covered with a whole lot of stories this evening. I will begin from a particular sport that is making waves in the world and also in Nigeria. We are holding our own when it comes to this particular sport, and over the years since this sport came on board, Nigeria has been doing so well in their own strides, in their own way of making sure that these sports gain popularity here in the country. And Nigeria has participated in on the Continental Championship and the World Championship. Just of recent, we have a player who went to Thailand. We also have a couple of other players who represented the country in World Championship. But this time around, we're having the qualifiers again. And we're talking about Teqball, where one state in the country, that is Delta State, is in top preparation for World Championship qualifiers. That is Teqball World Championship qualifier. That event is bid for Abia State, that is Umuahia, the capital of Aba, that is capital of Abia State. The 2024 Teqball World Championship qualifiers, and one state, Delta State, is in Teqball. They are preparing hard for this particular competition. The event is bid for 10th to 13th July 2024 in Enyimba City. That is the venue where this event will be coming up. When we're talking about Teqball, Teqball is a sport just like table tennis, but this time around you use the round leather object football, the one you play with your leg, but this time on a table. So it's a different sport from football where you play on the grass, but this time around, or the handball on a hard court. But this time around, the Teqball is played on the table, just like the way you play table tennis, but this one you use your hand and your leg, I beg your pardon, and your head to play this particular sport. But it must be played on a surface, on a hard surface, with a different with a slopey shape on both sides. So for the Teqball Championship, the World Championship qualifiers, Delta State is in top preparation for that qualifiers that will happen in Aba, that is Abia 2024. Let's see how that event will go. They are preparing hard, and the winners of these particular qualifiers will represent the continent and the country for that's for the World Championship that is bid for later on in the year. So let's see how it goes. Delta State, if they can actually, with the level of preparation, if they can actually get it better and get a ticket for the World Championship. You saw on the screen the images, the picture of how the table of a Teqball looks like and how it's being played. It's played by played by one player or double, just the way you have in table tennis. You play a single player and at the same time you have double players. Just everything with the way you play table tennis, that is how you play Teqball, but with different rules guiding both sports. This time you use your leg and your head. So it's quite an interesting sport, and we wish that Delta State do well in that qualifiers. All right, leaving that story quickly, let's go straight to the glass house. This time around is a good news, where young Nigerian referees are undergoing the FIFA MA course. About 40 of them, young Nigerian referees, undergoing this course, and the exams will be coming up next month. But this time around, FIFA has organized this course for these young referees to actually teach them the rudiments of officiating, the rules, and the latest rules in officiating, and how to use the video assistant referee, everything that encompasses officiating. This is what these 40 young Nigerian referees are undergoing at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. That is where this event is ongoing. 40 of them undergoing this course organized by FIFA, and we have experienced FIFA referee who are on ground to teach these young ones what they need to know. What is it all about? Officiating. So sincerely speaking, it's a good one that we're having these young referees undergoing this course so that they can be better. And the country, we've not really been able to produce FIFA standard referees in this country. We just have few of them, the likes of Patient, Madu, and co. FIFA standard, but we need more. Where maybe when FIFA tournament is up, we can have 5, 4, 6. Who say we cannot have 10 Nigerian referees officiating in FIFA World Cup, FIFA age grade organized competition, and what have you. It's a welcome development, and the NFF for actually doing this. We have Oluwashina joining us this evening on the show Sports Update. Welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV, Oluwashina. It's good having you. Quickly, let's talk about the FIFA. As in the NFF, in conjunction with FIFA, organized this training course for about 40 young referees here in Abuja. Okay, if you can hear me, we are having issues with your audio. Please work on your audio so that we can, or your audio, so that we can hear you. Okay, Shina, I said FIFA in conjunction with NFF, this particular 40 young Nigerians are undergoing a course here in Abuja to prepare them, to tell them the rudiments and what are when it comes to officiating.
Okay, good afternoon, viewers. I don't know if you can hear me now. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Good evening, Shina. Good evening.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. I want to say that it's a very good development from the Committee of Sports, and it gladdens my heart to know that they are taking it a step further as concerns the issue of officiating in Africa. It has been a major issue. We've not really had most of our referees, that's from Nigeria, actually representing us in the African Cup of Nations, talk more of the World Cup and other international competitions. So it's a very good welcome idea, and I'm glad in my heart that we are actually stepping up our game.
Okay, we are actually stepping up our game. After this course, these referees will undergo exams. The exam is set for next month, that is August, where they will be undergoing the exams, and probably everything they have been taught in the course of this training, they will, at least they have to put it on paper and exhibit what they've learned. All right, let's leave that story quickly. Just this afternoon, the big one, the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, as you know, we're doing on this show. We're looking at Team Nigerian preparation. We've qualified in athletics, in track and field, and also in team sports. We only have Super Falcons representing the continent when it comes to women's football. It has been a debate for quite some days now. The Super Falcons list have been in debate, and the world of words, some rumors are flying now, making the rounds on maybe Francisca Ortega, Randy Waldrum, all of this. But eventually, finally, we have the list. That's the Super Falcons list that will be going to Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The list just came out, and we had a lot of names. Before you react to that, quickly, let's have the list on the screen so that we can, let's see the list. The likes of Ajibade, Nnadozie, Asisat Oshoala are leading notable names in that list, and some of the names I know some persons might be expecting to see in that list is not there. If we can have the list, but before, while we're waiting for that list to come up, Ajibade, Nnadozie, Oshoala in Super Falcons list for Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Okay, we have the list on the screen. Let's quickly just read out. We just have two goalkeepers there, Chiamaka Nnadozie and Tochukwu Olwehi. Then for the defenders, we have Osinachi Ohale, we have Oluwatosin Bimehin, we have Michelle Alozie, we have Nico Payne, one of the Payne sisters, we have Chidima Okeke, and then for the midfielders, we have Deborah Abiodun, Halimatu Anyide, Christy Uchebe, Jennifer Echegini, and Tony Payne, the second Payne sister. And then for the forwards, where we have Rasheedat Ajibade, the captain of the side, we have Esther Ogoronkwo, we have Asisat Oshoala, we have Uche Nakanu, we have Chiwendu Hezu, and Chinoye McLean. And then for the alternate players, it is what it is because you have to, according to FIFA, there is alternate players for this particular competition in case any of these players couldn't make it, and then you can pick one or two from the alternate players. For the alternate players, we have Jumoke Alani, we have Ifeoma Onumuno, we have Gift Monday, and we have Morufa Ademola. I don't know, Shino, if you look at the list, do you think this is the best of the best that we have when it comes to women's football in this country? And these ones are going to give us good representation when the Olympics come calling in just 25 days away from now.
All right. I don't know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello.
Hello. I can hear you.
All right.
Go ahead.
Looking at the list, yes, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Looking at the list here, I would say it's an averagely strong side compared to what we had at the Women's World Cup last time we went for the World Cup. Because I'm having a lot of issues with the defense. I would have loved them to still, or the coach to actually. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. I can hear you.
All right, all right. Would have still loved some experienced women on this defensive side, because that has actually been a area of lackness. We've actually lacked strong and serious, I won't say serious minded per se. I would say people with experience on our defensive side. Because if you look at our strength in the last World Cup, we had a lot of experienced women who were able to man the defense properly. So that's why I think I'm having some major issues. But when you look at the attacking list and the midfield list, it's averagely okay from my standpoint.
Okay. For the goalkeeping, the goalkeeping position, we just have two of them, Chiamaka Nnadozie and Tuchuku Olwehi.
Yes, yes. For me, I'm quite confident with Chiamaka. She's been phenomenal. So I am totally, will I say, 100% assured that in that department we won't be having any issue actually.
Okay, that department we're not having any issue, but two goalkeepers, don't you think it's a thing of worry? Normally, going for a competition, three goalkeepers is what we know, definitely, but this time around we are just having two. Is it that some of the unconfirmed reports we were getting that there has been an uproar between the coach and then some of the players? You made mention of one, Onome B and Francisca Odega, trying to maybe put one of them, maybe because among the alternate players, one of the alternate players there is a home-based player, and which is a goalkeeper. So why having two goalkeepers when we can actually make them three, and then maybe sacrifice one of the defenders or whatever for at least having a three goalkeeper for this particular competition?
That's a very good idea from your end, sir. Because from my observation on the list of players that are expected to be or go for a competition, you should have at least a minimum of three goalkeepers. So I believe it's a big issue that we need to actually pay attention to. I would suggest that he makes a change in that that department in case of any eventualities when the competition begins. So it's really a major point, sir.
Okay, Tim, John concern now. General, on your own general assessment, we are in Group C of the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. That's the Super Falcons, where we have Spain, Brazil, and then we have Nigeria in that group. It has been tagged the group of death. Spain are world champion. Brazil, they are South American champion, and they are also, when it comes to women's football in the world, they are one of the powerhouses in women's football. And then we have Asian powerhouse, that's Japan, in that group. Do you think we can make it out of that group and qualify? Let's say, okay, whether Spain, Brazil, Japan, Nigeria, do you think we can qualify from that Group C?
To be honest, it's a very difficult position that we are in right now. Very difficult one. We need to put in a lot of work to be able to qualify or see ourselves through around that group. But it's the game of football. There's every possibility that we can do something that has not been done before. So let's just give it a try. Let's give it a try and see what happens.
Okay, let's just give it a try and see what happens. Like I said, the Olympics, Paris 2024 Olympic Games is just days away from now, and we will be seeing the Super Falcons flying the flag of the country high right there in Paris, France, and other events that we have qualified in, the track and field. Our athletes are doing so well, and in the morning show, we actually looked at preparation of athletes, and that is what we'll be doing on the show till and after the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. But for the Super Falcons, good one. Good list from my own end. Let's see. But I'm worried. Just 2 goalkeepers going for this tournament. We should have 3 goalkeepers. But at the end of the day, I think this team should be should be devoid of all distractions. Whatever issue that is ongoing between maybe Francisca Odega and whatever should be laid to rest and allow this team concentrate and go to Paris 2024 Olympic Games and pull the surprise just the way they did at the last edition of the FIFA Women's World Cup in New Zealand and Australia. All right, let's leave the Super Falcons story and quickly let's look at this one. Let's go straight to Italy, and we'll be stopping by in the Italian Serie A. Yes, he is one of the hottest players in Europe as we speak. He's a Super Eagles player, but as it stands, no deal has actually come yet for him. A lot of clubs are sniffing around him. Manchester United, Chelsea, PSG want this guy. That's Victor Osimhen. But as it stands right now, Victor Osimhen to start pre-season with Napoli. Definitely, they've gotten a new coach, that is in person of Antonio Conte. But for Victor Osimhen, Napoli is looking at their prize assets to let him go and at least make some money from Victor Osimhen. But quickly, for Victor Osimhen, he's going to start the preseason with Napoli. Do you think maybe Napoli might just make a U-turn by not selling him again?
Okay. A lot of news have actually been coming in as regards the issue of Osimhen rumors and so on and so forth. I I'm looking at it in such a way that this young man might still remain at Napoli because none of these deals have actually come true. None of these deals have actually pushed to an advanced phase. So um, I'm actually seeing him staying with Napoli. That's what I see here because there's no advancement in some of these interests that these clubs have for him.
Okay, the likes of us now also showing strong interest in signing Victor Osimhen. Napoli do have lowered their asking price for Super Eagles star man Victor Osimhen. All right, let's leave the Italian Serie A and look at go straight to the Copa America. All games were concluded earlier as of this morning, the group stages, and then we have fixtures for the next round in the Copa America. Let's quickly look at those fixtures in Copa America. We have Argentina against Ecuador, the quarterfinals of Copa America. Venezuela against Canada, Colombia, Panama, and Uruguay versus Brazil. Top fixtures in the quarterfinal of Copa America. Quickly, the game, let's just pick this one, Uruguay, Brazil. What's your take about this game?
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to really be a tough one. Uruguay in their best of forms. Darwin Nunes has been up and doing for his country. I must give him credit for his improvement when it comes to goal scoring, especially for his country. And Brazilian side, for me, they are still unstable. We can't actually say that the Brazilians will find it easy, but it's going to be a tough one.
Okay,
And any of them can actually come out as winners.
Okay, it's going to be a tough one. The quarterfinals of the Copa America. Quickly, before we go on the show this evening, let's just take some transfer stories. Real Madrid wants Crystal Palace defender Maguire. He's with the Three Lions right there in Germany, where the Euro 2024 is ongoing. And also, Arsenal, the likes of Manchester United, also want the services of this guy. And let's look at the second one on the show this evening. Manchester United move in for Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee. Man U is trying to beef up their team come next season. And then we look at another English team. Chelsea agrees a 14 million fee with Boca Juniors for defender Aaron Aslemino. Fantastic player, fantastic guy. And the last one on the show this evening, PSG monitors Leeds United forward Crescencio Somerville. All right, that is where we'll be leaving it on the show Sports Update this evening. Thanks, Oluwashina, for joining me on the show. And that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashim. Say thanks for watching.